Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, we are on the next topic of our civics chapter 2, which is constitutional design. So, children, we are on the topic making of the Indian Constitution. So, children, just like South Africa, India's constitution was also, made up in a very difficult circumstances. Now, why the circumstances were difficult? As you know, children, our country is a huge country, it's a diverse country. So, it was not an easy job to draw a constitution. And moreover, children, at that time, people of India, they were, just emerging from the status background, and the country was just now gone through a partition which was on the basis of religion. So our country was divided into two parts, India and Pakistan. And children on the both side in the violence, lakhs of people they died. And there was another problem also. The British had left to its rulers. Now there was a problem of princely states also. Now it was the ruler of those princely states. They were going to decide where they want to merge up, whether they want to merge up with India or Pakistan, or they want to remain independent. Then merging of these princely state was also difficult. Fine. And when the constitution was being written, children, the future of the country was not looking secure. The makers of the constitution, they have some problems in the present, and they were really worried about the future as well. Now the path of constitution. Now see, despite of all these difficulties, there was one big advantage for the makers of Indian constitution. What was it? Like, just like South Africa, now they don't have to create a consensus about what a democratic India should look like. We were already learned a lot from the British rule. Fine, we have struggled a lot. So during that freedom struggle, during that national movements, we already, thought in our mind that what sort of society we want, what sort of country we want. Fine, we wanted differences between the British rule and our freedom. Fine. So we already had a idea in our mind. Fine. So as far as back, if you talk about 1928, Motilal Nehru and eight other Congress leaders, they drafted a constitution for India. And children, in 1931, the resolution at Karachi session of the Indian National Congress, they just deal about the India's independent India constitution, how it should look like. They have already decided. Now the documents, they had a very big thing, which was voting rights, universal adult franchise. Voting rights should be given to all. Fine. So rights of the minority should also be given, due importance. Fine. So this way, children, our constituent assembly, it was already aware of many things, like voting rights, institutional setup of three organs, then parliamentary form of government should be there. And children, we also learnt from the democracy of Britain, social movements in Russia, United States, Bill of Rights. Fine. So the Constituent Assembly, now they started making it. Fine. So Indian Constitution was adopted many institutional details. They at the colonial laws like Government of India Act. So they have already learnt from many experiences. So if you talk about the Constituent Assembly, so the assembly was made, uh, the drafting of documents, see, the constitution, it was done by an assembly of elected representatives. And these elected representatives, they were known as the Constituent Assembly. and elections for this Constituent Assembly was held in July 1946, and the first meeting was held in December 1946. And children, after that, you all know, after that, the country got divided into India and Pakistan. So the Constituent Assembly was also divided between India's Constituent Assembly and Pakistan's Constituent Assembly, and they wrote the Indian Constitution. Fine. Now the Indian Constitution, Constituent Assembly, it had 299 members, and the Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. So that which we celebrate as a Republic Day every year. Fine. Now, children, see the Constitution. Different views were there of different members. Fine. So many countries of the world, they had to rewrite their constitution. They have to refresh their constitution. So, in some countries, even the constitution exists as mere a piece of paper, but no one is following it. But the experience of our constitution was totally different. In the starting, several groups they questioned this. Fine, they questioned the constitution, but it was not questioned by more people. Fine, so that was a benefit for us. The second reason of accepting the constitution was that the Constituent Assembly, it represented the people of India. It worked on universal and franchise. Fine. Now it cannot be chosen directly. Fine. It was chosen, sorry, it was chosen directly by the people of India. Fine. The members, they were from all the provincial legislatures, means they were from all the regions of the country. Fine. The assembly, it was dominated by Indian National Congress, the party which was leading the Indian national struggle. Fine. Then many members were there. Fine. And in social terms too, the assembly represented members from different language groups, caste, classes, religions, and occupations. Even the Constituent Assembly was elected by the universal adult franchise. Fine. So all the different people were there. Finally, the manner in which the Constituent Assembly was, worked, it was also worked in a very peaceful manner. It was a systematic, you can call it a systematic, they worked very systematically, and the basic principles they decided, and then a draft was made by the drafting committee. The chairman was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and then after making the draft, they had repeated debates on it, children. Find repeated debates, and each and every debate was recorded. Fine, still we have the recordings. They are preserved and even printed. In the printed form, the debates are there. It is in 12 bulky volumes. Fine. So if anybody has any problem with any provision, it's not clear, so we can easily contact, or we can consult that copies. Okay. Now, guiding values of Indian Constitution. Now, what was the philosophy of Indian Constitution basically? Now, children, there were many people who were the principal figures of this constitution. Fine, like Dr. Rajendra Prasad, B.R. Ambedkar, H.C. Mukherjee. Fine, Sardar Vallabhbhai. Many were there, but Mahatma Gandhi was not there because he was not a part of Constituent Assembly, but he gave a principle of equality. Fine. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he talked about equality irrespective of any caste, creed, religion. Fine. And children, the basic philosophy of our constitution can be seen in the preamble. So just like US, they have a preamble, South Africa also followed it. In the same way, we also have a preamble, which tells us everything about whatever our constitution comprise of. Fine. So the preamble, if you just see the preamble, children, here is our preamble. So you will get to know, see, the design, the basic description, the preamble. See, the constitution was written in a legal language. Fine. And children, there are provisions which are made for the amendments can be done from time to time. Fine. Now after that, if you talk about the basic idea, the preamble, the first thing they say is we the people of India, which means that people are enacting, everything is in their hand. It's not written by a king or a monarch. The constitution is basically from the people of the India. So we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into, now sovereign is which is the country which is free from any outer or inner interference. So the country can take their own decisions. Socialist, fine. Socialist is, whatever wealth is generated, it is equally distributed. Fine, it is equally distributed in the country only. Secular means no particular religion is there. Fine, it does not follow a particular religion. Then democratic, where the people are electing their representatives, they have the right. Fine. Then republic, where the head of the state is elected by the people to secure to all its citizens. Now what they are giving, justice. Find that they should not be discriminated, no inequality should be there. Social, economic, political. Liberty. Liberty is they have the full, they are free to express their views, they are free to express their culture, whatever views they are free to express, they don't have any restriction. After that, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality, now equality will be of status, they will get equal opportunity, and it is promised that all of us will get it. And at last is the fraternity is the next word. And fraternity, the it's the brotherhood. Fine. So as if the members of the same family, they are going, no citizen is going to be treated as a fellow citizen, or they will not treat anyone as a inferior. Fine. So this was the basic idea of the Indian Constitution, children. Fine. Institutional design we have already discussed. So that the Constitution is not merely a statement of values and philosophy. The Constitution is, embodying all the values. Fine. It is the document, the Constitution in India. Fine. There are certain, amendments can be done. Fine. Then the design, it is written in a legal language. So everything was well planned. Then only the Constitution was made. Fine, children. So this was all about the topic. Thank you and have a nice day.